During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Heyo, what up, guys? Hey, it's Revenge of the Sis. It's 4 p.m. It's a Thursday, and it's listen, it's a big day for us.
Mm-hmm.
1,488 episodes.
1488, baby. We did it. We did it. And now's the time to tell you that today's the perfect episode to say that we have partnered officially with the Israeli lobby.
Yeah. I mean, what a better time.
I mean, it's almost it's serendipity, really, that they came by. They go, hey, if you see 1880 is coming up, we go, you guys want to talk about the atrocities of October 7th? I'm like, how much? And then I looked at the number and I was like, fuck Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we are.
Fuck those guys.
Cool.
Yeah, so special. Yeah, you know what I just realized after all these years? We should have brought back, what's his face? Jason Kessler. We should have brought him back.
Yeah, remember that.
Like blast from the past.
Hey, if you do go to our, and I wasn't even planning on plugging you, but if you do go to our locals or to our Patreon, you can see our first 400 episodes. They're all backed up on Vimeo and stuff, and you could watch our Jason Kessler.
He had a
episode.
CRT TV.
Yeah, remember the doily underneath it? The doily. Oh God, I was so fucking tired. Times have changed, boys. We're in a different place right now, but here we are. Yeah, we're at episode 1488 of this show. We've been doing it this long. It's actually a lot more because we just don't count our paywalled episodes or movie riffs as episodes. So we've definitely done more.
I'm gonna laugh if we catch a strike from YouTube because it's in the title.
But it's the episode.
It would just be so funny if they're like, "Nope, sorry, that word." We know what that means. You're like, but it's literally the episode after 1487. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Are we supposed to do it like a fucking hospital does with the 13th floor?
Well, I titled the episode Heil, Markle, and you guys will find out Markle. And you guys really have to wait till the second hour. Trust me when I tell you this. Pessy saw a little clip because I sent it to him when I was setting up the prep. Trust me when I tell you. Bro, this podcast we're going to show second hour. Sorry. This pod we're going to show second hour blows that Trash Tuesday talk out of the water.
Does she do the banana thing?
This is I don't know what she does in her free time. It makes
so ugly. She's so ugly.
It makes Fat About Basketball look like the fucking Howard Stern in its prime. You have no idea how bad this is. And I'm not really overselling it. Trust me, you guys are going to want to stick around for the second hour. But first,
limiting birthright citizenship. It's a move that would impact thousands of families across the country, and it's a campaign promise President Donald Trump intends to keep.
But now the highest court in the land will hear arguments to stop the president's executive order. Let's get straight to Eyewitness News reporter Mark Robles. And Mark, the Supreme Court showdown is about to begin.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, and we all know that that chick broad that he put in there has a bunch of adopted kids, so she's going to say birthright citizenship stays.
Yep, of course.
Is on this, of course, and a lot of implications potentially. Don't expect any Supreme Court ruling tomorrow, but it could soon to follow. These oral arguments tomorrow to the court will set the stage for a decision by this summer. Now, this was prompted by President Trump's plans to limit U.S. citizenship only to children born on American soil to lawful permanent residents. For now, that policy is on hold amid multiple lawsuits and nationwide injunctions.
The thing is, yeah, that rule kind of sucks. Like the born on American soil rule sucks because it's literally the term anchor baby comes from, where you come over here, you have a kid, then the kid becomes a citizen, and then if the kid becomes a citizen and he's old, then you can't. What do? You can't deport the kid because he's a citizen, so then you can't deport the illegal parents, so they use it to stay here.
Dude, that's why so many fucking pregnant women cross the fucking Darien Gap just trying to touch fucking America like it's home base before the baby pops out.
By various
Not to be confused with the Strahan Gap, which is between his teeth.
judges. Trump wants those injunctions rolled back and filed an emergency request to do so. While this does bring up the 14th Amendment protecting birthright citizenship, justices will primarily be focused on the legality of individual district court judges blocking a presidential policy. I spoke this afternoon to Loyola law professor Jessica Levinson for that insight.
This isn't really about birth.
Oh, God, woman. All right, a couple things that are bothering me.
All right.
Okay. I like that everyone just went, okay.
Besides her face, because
Yeah,
yes,
okay, let's start with that,
We're gonna get into.
It's like Family Feud. Good answer.
Good answer.
All
right,
All right, let's see her face.
Is it on? Let's see her face. Is it on the board?
Second answer.
Royce is that dick in Family Feud who's up at the podium, and his guess is the number one answer, and then he comes back, and we're all going, yeah, thanks, dude. Now it's hard for us.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. You did the obvious one.
Okay. All right. So besides her face and the fact she looks like a mole person, because she does look like a mole person.
It is specifically very much a mole person or a beaver.
Yeah. Either way, what really is bothering me is the crooked picture frames behind her. It's really fucking
That's
me
what's
up.
bothering me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I do like
know.
that they're all crooked, but in different ways.
Yes, that's right. They're not even. They can't even be uniformly crooked. Lady.
Oh, come on, Royce. They're straight to her.
Looks like an art gallery after an earthquake.
It's because her head's crooked. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Birthright citizenship at all. It's about the power of a federal judge to say, I'm looking at this executive order and it shouldn't be implemented anywhere in the country.
So, of course, the case considered monumental, as the eventual decision this summer could have broader implications, as Trump is seeking to dissolve other judicial orders preventing.
I like that they say this summer all hyped up like it's a hot new movie coming out.
Those aren't pins behind them. Those are his K-cups. That's where he keeps his K-cups.
I don't like them, but frankly, a lot of people like coffee. I don't drink it.
You're right. It's for his guests that come to the Oval Office.
Diet Coke.
Preventing mass.
Yeah,
Look, Trump. You see, they gave him coffee, and Trump doesn't drink coffee. But when he went over to Qatar, they gave him coffee, so he's just sitting there
doing light sips or fake sips, the little movie sips.
Coffee.
Wonderful or Arabica beans.
Expedited deportation protocols.
If the court ultimately concludes that federal judges don't have the power to issue these nationwide injunctions, it has implications far beyond the birthright citizenship case. It
Okay,
has
ma'am,
implications-
I hear you, right? But, Royce brought up a great issue earlier, and I just want to reiterate. Your face, though.
It's not the best
The
face.
face.
It's not the best face.
Can you stop with
God,
this
you
face?
paused it. Oh.
I know. No, that's the way she looks normal. It's like her nose just stopped growing at one point. And it's like, that's enough nose. That's enough. We've had enough nose. She has a Voldemort face, you know?
It is a Voldemort face. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
The woman who should not be fucked.
For every other situation where people come to a federal judge and say, stop this policy.
Expect those 6 catsis.
it would seriously clip the wings of federal judges.
We will see what develops tomorrow. As for birthright citizenship, according to government data, an estimated 150,000 children are born each year in the U.S. to parents who are not legal permanent.
Really? No way. It's almost like they're taking advantage of that system.
Yeah, I feel like those numbers are an indicator.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
This just in, Walmart has announced that it will raise prices due to tariff costs. Walmart reported
The tariffs
a short
are down,
time
though.
Yeah, I think they had this thing ready before the China deal, so now they already did their pricing adjustments.
Are we back to everyday low prices?
Yeah.
ago that its first quarter profit slipped, forcing them to raise prices in the fallout.
Yes,
from the
sorry guys, we only made $70 trillion last quarter, and
Guys,
usually we make 73.
hear me out. Even though we were one of the 3 companies allowed to be open while everybody else had to shut down, we really going to have to boost our prices up, you know?
Yeah, especially since now, in particular, we don't have any competition.
Hey, Virgie, have you ever seen that really cringe Walmart hype up video? Like every morning at like Walmart stores.
Oh yeah. I'll grab them.
Okay,
I got you.
Okay, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the soul-crushing moment.
The soul-crushing Walmart hype. Have you seen these?
No.
Okay. So Walmart, like these corporations. Okay, so you remember? I love connecting this to The Simpsons. So you remember in The Simpsons when like Mr. Burns was getting shit, so he had to implement some sort of like wellness program for his employees, and he was doing the one.
Of course, that's a classic one when he's working out with them. Of course, that's a classic.
Okay, perfect. Right. Okay.
That's the one where Homer got fat.
Right. Yes.
That's
yes,
the same one.
Classic
Yeah.
episode. Classic. The fingers. You're using
That's a
to-
top 5 of all time
The
episode.
fingers you're using to dial are too fat. So
Raspberry.
My dad's some sort of food craze maniac, and then he's holding an ice cream bar.
Ooh, that's raspberry.
Okay, listen.
That's
so
enough.
a lot of these corporations have these things. Walmart does these things where when a corporation.
I just sent you 3.
Thank you. When a corporation pretends to be human.
Oh, of course.
Okay, check out Walmart's hype videos, bro.
Okay, this is super psychotic.
Okay, who's Walmart? No, they're about to do a haka. Hold on, there's more. Look at the crowd in this one.
Yeah, Royce. They're about to hack up prices in half.
There is something that's always been like super super dystopian about this. I think like the right wingers, especially after 9/11, like got all up in arms protecting corporations.
Oh yeah. We sure did.
And we all agree. And then they all turn on us with all the woke shit and all that stuff. So never again, by the way. But there's something really like weird about like I think like the term is like this corporate brutalism where it's like we're normal. We clap and do stuff like normal people.
It's demoralization.
It's
dude.
gross.
It's
Like
it's gross.
Like look.
I don't make any more money if Walmart makes any money, so I don't care about any of this, and I want to know what time is my break.
Look, and it's not even that. It's not even like, hey, look. We all have to work here. We have to make a paycheck. Sure, be nice to people. Like, be nice to each other. Hey, you have to see the guy every day at work. Let's not be dicks, you know. But this whole fake, like everybody's really excited. Like imagine this person every morning. Every morning you get up to go to this fucking job where you're getting paid fucking garbage to be treated like fucking shit by other fat idiots in fucking mobility scooters or Cookie Monster pants screaming at you.
Billy's and Cookie. That's a horrifying image that I've seen one too many times in my lifetime.
Me too, dude. Walmart used to be 24 hours. I used to go 3 in the morning.
Night crowd was,
it is wild.
The night crowd was something else.
So then you have to get up and you're drinking your coffee in your car. You're driving to this fucking shit job, dead end shit job, and then you have to go. Oh great! I have to pretend I'm excited to be here and go. Yeah.
Can I be
fuck
honest?
That.
Can I be honest? That might be why the best job I ever really truly had was at the IRS. Because you could work overtime and get extra hours and shit. So I would be up like you said, the worst part of it was getting up like crack of dawn. Like I would get up sometimes when it was still pitch black out.
Yeah.
To get there at like 5 and 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning and get extra hours in. But the best part about it was no customers.
Oh, yeah.
No clap,
Oh,
clap,
yeah.
clap, clap. You came in with your coffee and your bagel. You sat down like the beginning Office Space, and you just did this.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody spoke to you. You just filled out your timesheet, and you sat at your desk, and you could just drone on all day. That was awesome.
But imagine before you started the shift, your boss comes in and they do this, Mersh. What about this? Oh, this one's rough. Oh, this one.
This is the Walmart here, take one.
He's the cool boss. He's the fun boss. That's how you can tell.
He absolutely has hit on like the underage.
Of course he has.
These are the ones. These are the Ryan Reynolds in waiting.
Oh, bro, I went to watch that again. Like, and it's been like years,
Bro,
right?
I've only been following this tangentially, Pessy, but I'm sure you followed a little bit more. But this whole like Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively shit, how fucking what
They're
humongous
garbage,
pieces
man.
of garbage they both turned out to be.
Oh, yeah.
Is crazy.
I know.
I was watching Colonel Kurtz. She does great coverage on it, and I was watching it, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like, Blake Lively, I've always thought it was a bitch. I've never bought her thing. But Ryan Reynolds has done such a good job
Of
at
convincing
being like,
the world
hey,
he's, like,
man,
nice.
I'm super cool, dude. I own a soccer team with a guy from Always Sunny. And he's just going in there and like screaming at this fucking director, trying to give his wife executive writing credit. It's fucking
dude,
crazy.
It's psycho shit.
Yeah.
This would be so funny if this ended with this guy just pulling out a revolver, blowing his brains out in front of everybody. They're all like, "What the?" He was so happy a minute
And then
ago.
at the end it says Amazon. It was an Amazon commercial. Amazon, here, we'll be honest with you, this job sucks.
Yeah, I'm not singing along to this. I make like $8 an hour.
Again, I something just so fucking like
Awesome.
dystopian, dude. And now it's like, oh, we're gonna you guys suck.
Tariffs implemented by President Trump. The nation's largest retailer posted strong quarterly sales.
I can't even remember the last time I have bought something at Walmart. I really don't. I can't think of a time that I've actually gone and because the only reason that this would have ever happened in the past is when Walmart used to be 24 hours. Then I could see it happening where you're like, fuck, everything's closed. Oh, Walmart's open. I'll go grab something. But they're not even open 24 hours anymore. So, and honestly, Amazon, like, you can get next day shipping, like, right away. So I'll just order from Amazon and I don't have to go be around Walmart people.
I have done Amazon, but like...
You mean Walmart?
I'm Walmart, rather. I've done Walmart maybe twice a year because I'm legit... Like, I'm sure you have that happen where you're out of something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you look at Amazon or whatever, and even Prime is like, yeah, this ain't coming till tomorrow. If it's something I need like that night, like if it's like, all right, I'm going to clean my house tonight. Fuck, I have like no cleaner or paper towel. Not even that, I could go to Publix. But there are things that are like Walmart things. But dude, if it's not twice a year, maybe I'll go. But I'm not going in there for stuff. And every time I do go, bro, have you seen like the condition of the fucking place? Like everything's just laying around on the floor. It's just gross.
I went to a Walmart recently that was actually one of the nicer ones. There's no reason, just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wander into this Walmart. And then I got and I'm not kidding you, in 2025, I got a South Park Cartman Respect My Authority police officer shirt for $9.
Hell yeah. Can I say something? Sick
Yes.
deal.
Sick. That's a
Dude,
sick deal.
That's
And I
decent.
think it was it the last Walmart, I think, we found a Catalina wine mixer beer koozie.
Of course you did.
I'm just picturing Pessy turning to his chick right now going, which Walmart trip was that we were on where we got that really nice koozie in the Cartman shirt?
Yeah, I literally just did that. Yeah.
He's speaking to her like he's like this high-end, like when was the last time we went to Vermont? Remember that? And we
Where
went
did
in
we
the fall.
procure the Step Brothers beer koozie?
We will be summering at Sam's Club this July.
Darling, which Walmart was that? Was that the St. Louis Walmart? Oh, the East St. Louis Walmart.
Hi, we're the Pessy family, and we travel every Walmart in the country. That's going to be your TLC show.
Holy fuck, I'd rather kill myself.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
He's like, we bring the coom to every
Wow, look at these great deals at Walmart. Oh my God.
Pessy, can you do that? Can you make the we bring the coom? Can you be the Big Coom?
That's
Coom
5
Pessy.
Cooms.
We're gonna call him Big Coom Pessy.
That's 5 Cooms.
I bring the coom. And he's just dancing around. What's the Sam's Club? There's a different one, right? There's a competitor to
BJ's.
Sam's Club. BJ's. You should become the B, and it's perfect for
Oh my God.
cooming.
You should become the
Pessy
BJ's
become
Coom.
the BJ guy.
BJ's Coom. That's 5 Cooms.
I just want to see Pessy. By the way, Pessy, you have to do the same dance. Don't even change the dance. That stupid step dance they do, you have to do that. I bring the coom.
Double chunk chocolate public exposure.
Double chunk chocolate felony.
I got it.
Choking your chicken bake.
Choking
your chicken. Come on. I need Pessy doing the dance at a BJ's.
Wait, where's the dance?
Oh, that stupid one where they do it though.
Yeah, with the like it's kind of like
flexing
skanking
one.
but slow.
But where is it?
It's in the Boom video, but no, it's not the video. It's the song. Yeah. Oh,
This
my
one
God.
with the RZA. This is a crew version.
This is the remix, bro. You know what it is, man, for me to have turned a corner on this, but I actually love the fucking Costco guys now. Not because they're good, but because we deserve it.
You're right.
You know, it's like I'm starting to like as I get older, I'm starting to really enjoy all the shit that we deserve that's terrible. Because like I got to be around for the last good years of America. So now this is just funny to me. It's like, fine, if I'm going to be on fire too, there's a bunch of you young bucks that are on fire with me, and you didn't even get a taste of the good life. So I can laugh at all this now.
Unfortunately, you've already been replaced by robots, Pessy. I apologize. I just found this searching.
Something new is coming to BJ's wholesale club stores. A data collecting robot.
Oh, great.
That doesn't sound really crazy. What was every so dystopian now? A data collecting robot.
Yay.
By the name of Tally. Tally will roam the aisles of all the BJ's locations, checking inventory, prices.
Warning,
products.
improper social credit score. Subject to termination.
Well, in BJ's it's called, in BJ's in Europe it's called the Tally Whacker, Pessy, so it's a different thing.
BJ says the robot will make restocking easier and allow employees to focus on customer service.
Oh, great, because they're really going to want
So
to
there's
do
a
that.
BJ's. There's a BJ's by my house, and I do have a membership to it because like when they first opened, they were giving like basically like a year for like $10. So we signed up for it, and I go every like a couple months if I'm going to buy anything that's bulk or whatever. And I went there like a month ago to the BJ's, and you know it's pretty much all self checkout. But honestly, the self checkout's pretty easy because they give you the little gun, so you can just like scan everything in your cart, whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's this guy at the door.
Everything.
I know. That's what I was getting to. Then there's this guy at the door that's supposed to go through the receipt, right? So like we bought like $350 worth of shit. So the car's like filled with shit. And then the guy, we walk up and I give this old man the receipt and he grabs it and he goes, and then he just stands there and does this. Looks at the cart. Okay, you guys are good. And
So
I
he's
tell
not even
Maria, I
looking.
go, there's no way he looked at everything on the receipt
Wait,
and
he
everything in the
did.
cart.
He gave you an optical pat down.
Okay, he did. Good.
that.
I know that. Tough. Give you an ocular pat down.
Okay, he's cool.
He's cool.
My favorite part about that is it took him like a minute. He's cool.
Let's see here. Let's get to the Diddy trial.
Let's go.
John Diddy Combs' ex, Cassie Ventura, testifying for a second day in his sex trafficking and racketeering trial. Combs has pleaded not guilty.
That's the way you play when it's a RICO. By the way, the funniest line, I've been seeing it go around, I guess, because, I mean, it's an old clip, but it's from the recent Dave Chappelle stand-up where he talks about it. But my favorite part of that is not even the punchline, it's the setup to the bit where he goes, this nigga Diddy in trouble. They got him on a RICO case. By himself.
Yes.
I don't know why that made me fucking laugh hard. They got this motherfucker on a RICO case by himself.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, I don't think that's ever happened.
Is in Lower Manhattan covering the trial, and a warning: some viewers might find
this sexy.
Can I be honest? I make fun of you homos in the news for always doing these trigger warnings. I think this might be one of the few times where you're like, I'll be honest, this is a warning to most viewers. You're probably going to find this really disturbing.
And these details disturbing.
Unless you are a black stripper or work at a black strip club, you will find these disturbing.
Unless you're literally exposed to sex trafficking on a regular basis, it's gonna be rough.
I've been to Vegas. I'm pretty sure I could handle it. I'm pretty sure.
Been to Tampa. If you've been to Tampa, you've been around it.
I've been to Tampa.
You don't even need to get on a plane.
You really don't. You go to the Hard Rock here. Here.
Day 2 of dramatic testimony in the federal racketeering and sex trafficking.
Pregnant?
No, she just drew her fat because it was a female court artist. It just didn't like her.
Oh, that's so funny.
Trafficking case of hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Singer Cassie Ventura
I think it's pronounced mongrel.
back on the witness stand testifying against her ex-boyfriend. An 8 months pregnant Ventura described her decade-long relationship with Combs. She says was plagued by jealousy, violence, and, quote, humiliating sex. Telling the jury about...
To be honest, though, haven't we? I mean, every relationship comes with a little bit of humiliating sex, right? I mean, look, you and Marie have been together a long time. I'm sure nobody has 100% batting average.
I do, 120%, dude. It's fucking crazy.
They were together a long time, Cassie and Diddy. The longer you're with somebody, the higher the odds it's going to be one night where you're like, yeah, look, that wasn't. Sorry about
Maybe
that.
99%. She won't let me pee in her mouth like Diddy get to do.
That's true. I mean, Cassie was a goer.
called freak-offs.
Oh, they drew her even fatter in the other photo. They keep making her photos fatter.
The chick, the court reporter, was more of an Ashanti fan.
I'm more of an Ashanti fan, if I'm being honest.
Saying she felt like she had no choice but to participate in those drug-fueled sex marathons that often
Yeah,
lasted
because
for
you were married to a wealthy, gay, insane person who's gay and started throwing sex parties as an excuse to be gay.
I feel like you're saying he's gay a lot, which is true, but he's also black.
See, the problem is they're talking about these drug-fueled sex marathons, and I've only done drug-fueled sex Toyota-thons. So I don't, like, it's not fair.
No.
I did hands on a Humvee once.
I once did a December to Remember, which is when you fuck in the back of somebody else's Lexus. But I did pay off the Uber driver.
Yeah, no, it wasn't an Uber. That was how Royce got fired from his valet job in college.
Listen, whatever. Who gives a shit, all right? They said they asked if I could drive stick. I said yes. I didn't know what they meant.
for days. If she
Yes,
refused
this
to participate-
Fucktober.
Fucktober. God, she's hot though.
Testified she feared making Combs angry. A prosecutor
Yeah,
asking,
I'd pissed in her mouth, right? Am I right?
I mean, if you made,
Look, come on, if you
wouldn't-
put a gun to my head,
it wouldn't be the first thing I'd want to do.
But let me be clear, Virgie. It's also not the last thing.
No,
It's somewhere in the middle.
It's somewhere in the middle.
It's in the middle area, you know?
making Combs angry. A prosecutor asking, what
Like, if she were to come up to you and goes, look, I will let you, not now when she's ugly and pregnant, but when she was hot, and she was like, look, you can fuck me however you want, but you have to pee in my mouth first. You're peeing in her mouth.
Oh, yeah. If it's non-negotiable, of course.
Yeah.
did Sean do when he was angry? Ventura
My
responded,
point is peeing in her mouth would be, like he said, in the middle of the list of things to do, kind of like when you're cleaning your house, like where the dishes stand.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the last thing you do, but it's not the 1st. You're like, let's sweep first.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
then
said.
yeah, I'll vacuum. Well, I'll get to the dishes.
he would be violent with me.
What did Sean
One
do
time
when
she
he was
did try to-
angry? He'd eat so much asparagus.
Oh, come on. That's rough.
No.
Time she did try to leave, she testified that things did in fact get violent. She says Combs gave her a black eye, so she grabbed her things and tried to leave.
How could you tell?
Says that's where this 2016 video in a Los Angeles hotel picks up. Jurors shown the footage once again, which shows Combs kicking and dragging Ventura. Testifying today, Ventura says when she got home, a friend noticed she had a black eye and swollen lip and called police. But she said she didn't want to tell officers what she says Combs had done, so police left. That night,
Okay, so you've been complicit. You also probably did a bunch of horrible sex stuff with other people, but now you're trying to get off the victim. Again, it's this thing where, like, she knew what was going on, she knew what was happening, and now she's the victim, though, even though she didn't
Ventura
report
told
it.
Jurors, she attended a premiere wearing sunglasses to cover up her eye and makeup to cover the bruising on her face.
In this particular case, the prosecution is trying to show that Mr. Combs, along with assistants and his security members and other members of his staff, were aware that they were giving illegal drugs out, that they were taking individuals such as Cassie and others against their will to do these sexual acts.
They ended
against her will.
Come
seems
on.
weird though.
Yeah, it's like I said the other day when
I
we
don't
were
know about
covering this,
that.
right? Like at some point, everybody goes to bed, right? And then you can just leave.
I don't know, man. I just. All right, listen. This was timestamped by Frozen, so it's probably going to be good. But CNN did an entire segment called "Did Comedy Really Get Too Woke?" Okay.
Yes.
So now, if
Next
there's-
segment.
Hold on. If there's anybody that can answer that, is these guys.
Oh.
The reason why I'm interested in this is because we are in this moment where we are seeing more comedians who identify.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not really getting into the minutia, but it's starting to bother me. Minutia is not her name. What I mean is that we're always in a moment.
Minutia, you're on the main stage. Minutia on the main stage. Diamond to the satellite stage.
Hey, did that little rascal just look into an exhaust pipe?
No, the one on the
No,
right.
he lit us exploding cigar.
The one on the right.
Oh, those Acme.
The one on the right is a drummer for the Nappy Roots.
The Nappy Roots. I just- I thought it was what do you call it? Jimmy Fallon's drummer.
To try to speak to the power that most other performers are not.
The reason why I'm interested in this is because we are in this moment where
Because I am
we're
black and I am perpetually outraged. I am a woman, so
But I hate when they always use the term moment. We are always in a moment. Every moment is a moment. Stop saying it.
seeing more comedians who identify as conservative getting that mainstream attention.
Comedians used to not identify as anything political. They used to identify as comedians. You guys made them start make them through these fucking purity tests.
Which is significant for the
Remember when Louis C.K. never broke the law and they tried to cancel him? Like look, you can say whatever he did was gross. I don't give a shit. He never broke the fucking law.
longest time.
What
they were
Louis
saying,
C.K.
no
was gross and weird, and he also asked permission.
yeah, and also
Yeah,
everybody,
exactly.
and then all the people that complained about him also were like, "Oh, I knew what he was about when I went touring with him."
Yeah,
like they knew.
Don't give me a shot. This is damaging to me in the industry. And now it feels like that's not so much the case.
Yeah, I guess I don't know who. As a comedian, I'm trying to think of like.
You're a comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Who and what? Who is this
He's
guy?
a funny guy.
Is he?
He's a famous prop comedian, Crispy Top.
No.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll give a
It's
name,
muted,
for
it's
instance.
muted.
So like Tony Hinchcliffe, right? Right, going from being in Madison Square Garden.
Why don't
making
you
his
guys
comment-
stop paying attention to him? You guys are all perpetually in a feedback loop. Like we hate you and Tony Hinchcliffe. We wish everyone would stop talking about all of you.
to like getting a
Did you-
Netflix
Did you guys see Tony Hinchcliffe eat shit on Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
show. And like he's doing well. He was not canceled, which I say because for the longest
Now people are not getting canceled. They're trying to make the last 3 months be like how it always was. They're trying to make it seem like it's always
it's
been
kind of like
that.
they.
It was always like that.
It's kind of like what they did with the unpleasantness a few years back, where they just kind of go like, "Well, I mean, get over it." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Well, no, because you still fucked us for 2 years. I'm not gonna let that go."
time, the people out front of the conversation of everything's too woke, I'll get canceled if I say X, Y, and Z, the extreme left is too PC, like it was the world of comedy. Like those were the guys who were out.
I think people have been the greatest trick comedians have ever pulled on an audience
Ew.
is fear of cancellation as a marketing tool. Because
You guys did cancel people. You comedy club. We know people personally whose they called comedy clubs and their shows were fucking canceled during, like Mersh said, the unpleasantness. Remember Homo that was calling the stand and being like, "Oh, what Lewis said, oh, it's good. They can't film skanks here anymore because they were breaking codes because the mask." Shut up.
Yeah,
that's all you guys did. And now you're upset because you realize what you did. We were talking about it before the show, but like what you did was like. So now women saying the N-word are making $1 million because everyone's so sick of your fucking shit. Not because I even like her, but it's just because everyone's sick of your shit.
Well, it's not even the Shiloh Hendricks thing, but you're talking about comedians in general. You're acting like, well, all these people who made a career off of being like fake canceled or whatever, people like you enabled it by actually canceling people. And that's why, there's so many people you guys made that probably wouldn't even be known on the internet except for you legitimately canceling them. You could have just ignored people like Chrissy Mayer and Leonardo Joni. Let them do their shows and sell no tickets. And they would have eventually went away. But you made them these like, whoa, she's based. You guys did this.
But not only
Thanks, I guess.
No, they did. They this entire fucking backlash for nobody giving a fuck about being canceled anymore. That's where we're at now, everybody. Nobody fucking cares because we realize, like we were saying for many years, if you just ignore them, they can't actually do anything to you. They can't take anything from you unless you let them take something from you. Like we know people that lost their PayPal accounts. We know people that lost their banks. We know people that lost everything.
I am that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the PayPal part.
Because of what they were saying, and it's fucking gay. And you guys know you were doing it, and you were doing it on purpose, and now you're facing this complete backlash because now that people can't get canceled. I was watching, you know what? I know I'm late to the game, but when I was on a plane, I figured, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna finally watch Tires, right? So
it's funny.
It's fucking
great show.
Hilarious.
It's very funny.
But the reason I bring that up is
the pilot was great. When it wasn't even a picked up show, it was great.
Yeah. So I was watching it. And I was watching it, and like, it doesn't even matter what episode it was in, but like Shane Gillis calls somebody a fag, and something that like
you just it's jarring.
It jarred
It's
me,
jarring,
not
yeah.
because I care. I say it all the time, but because you're like, whoa, this was on Netflix. Whoa. The last time there's a gap from when the last time I remember someone saying fag on a sitcom like that was like Steve Carell during The Office, and that was like in 2007.
Long time ago.
And then it took from that time until 2024 when Tires came out for somebody to say it again comfortably without having to fucking worry. And that's the part where I'm like, yeah, man, you guys, we couldn't say shit because of you people. Good luck. Oh, nobody was getting canceled. Okay, cool. Before Elon bought Twitter, try saying anything. And even now.
Yeah, even now that Elon owns Twitter, try saying anything.
Mm-hmm. You saw that I don't like this fucking retard, but the I Find Retards account's complaining that Twitter sent him a message. X, formerly known as Twitter, sent him a message saying like, oh, this you're gonna have to change your name or your account's gonna be permanently banned because retard is a pejorative for like mentally disabled people. And then people have been pointing out like Elon calls people retards on Twitter. So like what? So that's where I don't know what's happened since that, but that's
wild.
Yeah.
Milo's Twitter handle is @N-word. So I mean,
When we sit back and go, what comedians have been canceled? I would of comedians who are like actual comedians who go on stage regularly.
Oh no! Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry. Comedians who are actual comedians. See how we move the
Yeah, of
goalposts?
course.
Because what happens is what you're pointing out.
You're not
is
doing clubs.
There's some comedians that got too big that couldn't actually be canceled, right? That had enough money to do it themselves. But what about all the comedians that you stomped out before because you canceled them?
It's hard to find one who wasn't canceled for something they were doing.
I don't know. What about
offstage
guys
that's
who just
probably
worked at Home Depot?
Illegal.
You guys fucking called. And
It's
got
hard
them
to
fired
find
over
one
their-
for people that weren't doing stuff off stage that was probably illegal, like Louis C.K. who did nothing illegal,
or immoral.
Or
immoral. Hold on a second.
That's canceling people.
That's canceling people. Canceling somebody for what they do morally. First off, how fucking dare you?
Who's in charge of that, by the way? Like who makes the determination of the ruling?
Yeah,
who's the
moral?
morality judge?
Because let me tell you something. A lot of people think that fucking killing a baby with abortion is immoral.
Yeah,
and
I
you
think
guys
cutting
do
kids'
entire
dicks
things
off is
about it.
pretty
Yeah.
immoral.
Yeah.
I think bringing kids to parades where people have a piss pool and they're sucking dick in it. I think that's kind of I'll take the heat from the internet when they go, "What do you know, Mersh? You don't have any kids. You're not married. You got me there." But as a personal preference, I just think bringing a 6-year-old to a parade where a guy is sucking another guy's dick in a piss pool, it's a little I could promise you this: if you left your kid alone with me and I had to babysit them, for a day while you're out of town, I can promise you, I will not be bringing your children to watch a grown man blow another one in a piss pool. I'll probably just feed them junk food and turn on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that guy's the Miz. He's actually shockingly good. Don't let his looks fool you.
And then after you watch the match, and after he sees just a little bit of modern day wrestling, he goes, "Can you just take me to the piss pool?"
Yeah. No, that's if I put on AEW.
Yeah. Take me to the piss pool.
You put AEW on, and he's like, "I just want to go to the piss pool, man. This sucks."
Ricochet does these great moves that you could hear echo in the empty stadium.
Man, remember when MJF had a buzz?
Yeah, I remember when MJF had a fucking receding hairline too.
So, and even some of those are Louis C.K. is selling out Madison Square Garden again. So I think
Louis C.K. is selling at Madison Square Garden because he said, "Fuck you, you're not going to cancel me," and he actively fought back. It wasn't because they left him alone. You know what I mean? Like, they're pretending like they didn't try. New York Times wrote an entire hit piece on the guy. He did the whole he hit the whole bit how he goes, he lost $40 million. Like, go fuck yourself. It's always these unfunny people, like this fucking asshole. It's always these unfunny people that try to tell you, "Oh, actually, funny people aren't getting canceled." No, the problem is you guys had a heyday because people were. It's not just about being canceled because there were people canceled, but just canceling a couple people made other people tone themselves down. It's about people that self-censored. It's about people that normally would have made a joke that didn't do it because they didn't want to get canceled. People were self-censoring themselves because if somebody, I don't know, said the N-word in a joke, you were talking about it on CNN the next day. Comedian. Fucking retard.
I think the comedians as a whole are smart enough, and this is unfortunate, to sort of like use cancel culture as a grift or as part of the marketing
Oh, it's a grift
of it.
now.
Yeah,
and Tony
totally,
Hinchcliffe
dude.
is, let's be clear, full stop.
That's one of those. Does that bother you?
Yes, full stop.
Is not a great comedian. The fact he makes a living off comedy shows how porous the market is. Less about
the fact
his,
that listen, I'm kind of with you there. I'm not a big Tony Hitchcock fan, but the fact that you make money off of comedy is crazy. What's your bit? What's your funny bit? The fact that these people purport to be funnier than other people, you're not funny. Who are you? Who even are? Look, the one thing I'll say about this is maybe Tony isn't the funniest guy, but I know what Kill Tony is. What's your show? The Black Power Comedy Hour? I don't even know who you are. What are you, the guy that does a daily show on Tuesday? Because they brought Jon Stewart back for be Mondays because that show needed literally anything?
Yeah. You're basically other black guy from The Daily Show?
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I really don't. And I'm not saying that to like try to fucking be like, "Oh, you're nobody." I literally don't know who he is.
He looks like Cornel West Jr.
No, he really does. He really does. Listen, man, listen. Good luck on your escape slave comedy tour. I don't know what to tell you, you know? It must be great.
Now, sources tell CNN that the Trump administration is preparing to deploy hundreds more federal agents nationwide to arrest undocumented immigrants. It could happen as soon as this week. The plan, we're told, includes the use of Border Patrol agents across the country and support from state National Guard units.
Everything you just said there is fine.
I like how Tom Holman always looks like your uncle who's a cop who just found out you got a DUI in college. He's not happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's so not. And you dropped his name.
Yeah.
That's the look he has on it. You piece of shit.
You're embarrassing me.
And joining us now is the president's border policy advisor, Tom Homan.
Oh, Holman just goes on CNN. This is going to be fun.
Often called the Trump administration's border czar.
Yeah, you watch some punk?
Thank you so much. Welcome to the lead. First, what can you share about the Trump administration preparing to deploy more agents?
Is it called the lead because you drop it all the time?
Soon. Where would they come from? How many of them? Where will they go? What are their tasks, etc.?
I don't care. I'm not here.
So what we're working on is a little mission we call Operation Taco Flush. We're going to flush all these tacos out of the country.
I like it.
Well, we're going to ramp up the number of teams in the interior of the United States. So we're building that teams now. We're going to increase the teams going out. They're coming from various agencies, right? We got about 14,000 officers within ICE between ERO and HSI. We're going to pull more of them into this.
With his mushmouth
event.
way of talking
Plus-
and his stern ways, if he wasn't our border czar, this man would, the only job that would be appropriate to him would be manager of a baseball team.
Yeah.
Like baseball coach is all I can picture.
Okay, so this is him replying to AOC.
We were out there tonight. Our bullpen was really weak, and I'm not gonna lie. For the money we pay these boys, we're gonna have to step up. We're gonna make it the playoffs. Thanks, Coach.
If anyone's breaking the law in this situation, it's not members of
You're Puerto Rican and you can't even get your eyebrows done. You can't even do that stereotype, huh?
Congress. It's the Department of
She
Homeland
should
Security.
get her eyebrows done, but she should do that the one buzz through.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, the
It's
line.
people like Tom Homan and Secretary Kristi Noem. You lay a finger
On my
on
butterfinger. We're gonna have a
The
problem.
Butterfinger commercial.
on Representative Bonnie
Turns out
Watson,
they gave a lot of money to the AOC campaign. She had to pay that back.
on Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman, on Representative or any of the representatives that were there. You lay a finger on them, we are going to have a problem.
Well, they broke the law and they went into a federal facility and they actually attacked an ICE agent. So that's an insurrection according to your rules.
Those are your rules.
So we're just playing by your rules.
I didn't make those rules.
Those are it's insurrection.
We didn't establish those rules. You did.
They should be locked up for 6 years without due process. I think
You
that'd be
you
a good
don't
idea.
you don't remember when you were 4 blocks away and you were terrified?
Yeah.
What's your response, Mr. Homan?
First of all, you can't.
Yeah. First of all, she's a dumb Puerto Rican idiot. It's just like us.
That's basically what he should say.
Jesus, man.
Mr. Homan.
First of all, you can't intimidate me. Come on, give me a break. I was enforcing him. I was wearing a green uniform, Border Patrol agent, for 5 years before she was even born. I had more than 3 decades enforcing immigration law before she became a member of Congress. I worked for 6 presidents. I've seen policies. I've seen hundreds of policies. Some worked, some didn't. But you can't deny the success of the Trump administration when it comes to border security. Again, the most secure border in the history of this nation. And I said from day one, and she knows this, you can not support ICE. Shame on you. You can support sanctuary cities. Shame on you. But you can't cross the line. You can't knowingly impede ICE law enforcement officers. That is a felony. You can't harbor and conceal, knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from ICE. That is a felony.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything from us, Tom. I can tell you from us here at ROTC, we hate you feds, but not you border guys. Anybody from Border Patrol or ICE, you guys are all right in our book. You keep up the good. If it were up to us, we would take half of all the other 3-letter agencies' funding and give it all to you, pal.
Certainly can't commit criminal trespass. And as far as New York, her district, this administration's done more to protect her district than she has. The number of criminal aliens we took off the streets of New York made her community much safer. She ought to be thanking the members of this administration, the men and women of ICE, who protect this country and make her community safer. So, it's politics.
Yeah, the men of ICE and the women who get her their coffee.
I want to meet Tom Homan because I think like him and I would get along. I want to pitch some ideas, see if I can get in on his good graces. I got some idea. Number one, we actually bring to life the Sentinel program.
Okay.
From X-Men?
For
For the
illegals.
border.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, basically, for those of you that don't remember, I'll use a Fallout analogy. The Sentinels were basically like a bunch of Liberty Primes just walking around, shooting at people, just giant metal robots at the border. I think if we had shoot-to-kill giant metal robots at the border, I'm pretty sure the crossings would go down.
Mm-hmm. Just guarding all the soccer games.
Safety, it's just ridiculous. She ought to love her community more than she hates Trump.
No way. Hating Trump is so in right now.
A new twist in Florida's drag show showdown. An appeals court voting to keep an injunction barring enforcement of a ban that is purportedly aimed at protecting kids from attending drag shows in local 10.
Which they should.
Christian De La Rosa live now in Wilton Manors with reaction.
Wilton Manors, baby.
Oh,
Wilton
they're in the
Manors.
stronghold.
Wilton Manors is the gay community in South Florida, the gayest community in Broward County.
I remember looking at Wilton Manors when I moved down to South Florida because there's a lot of like rooms for rent and shit. And I was like,
There's plenty. They would have probably boarded you up for free, big boy.
and I noticed there was a lot of good prices out there.
There's
a
a
nice
lot of free room. All you got to do is some chores.
Well, not that I wouldn't do that kind of shit, but it was like the prices were good, but I kept hearing what a nice neighborhood it was, and I'd seen it was on the come up.
It is a nice
Wilton
neighborhood.
Manors was a hellhole, and it's a classic example of gay gentrification.
Now there's like a Ruth Chris and really nice restaurants.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So back, I was like, "Hey, this looks nice, whatever." And it was a friend at work that was like, "You're not gonna want." Actually, it might have been you. I think Royce was the one that that told me. He goes, "Where about?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been looking at this couple ways, like up in Wilton Manors,"
And I
he
was
was like,
no.
and I was like, "What?" And like, tell me, I'm like, "Cause I can deal with hood shit. I can do." And he's like, "No. He's like, everyone in Wilton Manors is gay.
Everyone.
And he's like, and not gay, but like old wrinkly balls gay." And I was like, "Oh, okay, ugh. Yeah, it's one of those places."
Reaction.
Oh, he looks like this guy lives there.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so like anyway, can you believe it? They're trying to stop kids from going to these drag shows, which are just artistic impressions, you know?
The law bans children from attending drag shows, but it's been on hold and it will remain on hold for the time being.
Why are you fighting to let children go to drag shows? It's weird.
It is weird. It's like I feel like if I worked in the legislature and you came up to me and you knocked on my door and you're like, "Hey, I need a co-sponsor for my bill," and I'm like, "All right, what do you got?" We want to start letting kids back into the drag shows. I'm like, even in a liberal part of Florida, every county still has a chunk of red people. You have to go, I can't. That one's going to be a tough sell.
Supporting kids at drag shows is local drag queen Gary Clitter.
Gary Clitter.
Drag queens are breathing a sigh of relief.
Also, Pete's Poundsman. Yeah, children should do it. Children should be here. This makes sense, right?
I also
Mary
love too whenever the
Saville.
drag community sends like some sort of ambassador from their community to go on the news and stuff. I like that they're always dressed like the horror clown from Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
like they never send a good fucking emissary. It's always like, oh, and for more on why we should let kids go to these shows, I'm gonna go with hypersexual nightmare clown.
Oh, it's
you're like what?
We have from as a drag queen ambassador, we have Cunty LaOoze.
Yeah, it's always some kind of stupid. I hate it.
All their names are always like these, just really corny sex play names too.
On for drag shows with or without
We're here with
children
drag queen Teen Laquifa.
in attendance, at least for now. A federal appeals court ruling to keep an injunction in place on a Florida law critics say targets drag queen shows. The law
only from children,
which for now cannot be enforced.
The only
prohibits
appeals these drag queens know is when they appeal back foreskin.
a business or a person from no.
Look at the name of the place. It literally looks like
Tushy.
a butt. It looks like a butt, and they want to let kids go into the butt house. They want kids
That
to go.
is actually
Enter the butt house,
They
children.
they want people to go into the butt house in Wynwood.
That is really funny.
Do you want to go to the butt house?
Look, the kid part's not funny.
No.
But you
Butt
gotta admit,
house?
that's very
Butt
funny.
house?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't like the entrance to Kitty Wanker's Popper Factory?
I will give them credit. Like, you know what I mean? If you're going to have one of these
Butt
kind of
house.
venues, at least make it clearly labeled.
Wait, how do you know it's a gay bar?
Knowingly admitting a child to what the state describes as an adult live performance, making
My
it
thing is, dude, I was like doing drugs in Ybor for years, and I don't remember even just regular bars being like, oh, it's a special show. You can let kids in here.
It's a bar. You
It's
don't want
just
kids
like,
in a bar
no, let's
anyway.
not
You
do
make the
that.
money off of booze. Why do you want kids in a bar?
I didn't think it would be a problem to bring my kids to Cums. They serve brunch.
an arrestable offense. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals calling this Florida law overly broad and likely unconstitutional. Henry Williams, better known as Tiffany Fantasia,
Tiffany Fantasia, there's a good one for you.
says the law
Nah.
is a violation of his First Amendment right as an artist.
And yet again,
Trident gum is chewiest gum.
Chew with teeth.
and the state overreaches onto what the people can and cannot do. They do enough overreaching with local governments.
Yeah, well, the problem is you do too many overreach arounds in front of kids. So let's do that.
They're trying to overreach in artists. They're trying to overreach in everything else.
Yeah, but
except
I didn't
for
like when you
handling
sued
the
that
things
nice
they
white lady that got you into football and took care of you.
Yeah, this is the blindside monster, right?
Yeah.
need to be handled.
It might be Freight Train.
And
I'm tired, boss.
about that.
The governor's office calling
No,
the
the
court's
only
decision
thing, the only blindsiding he did was when he didn't tell his sex partner about his AIDS.
Oh.
The governor's
It's only a
office calling the
misdemeanor
court's
there now.
decision yet another
Oh,
example
no,
of
it's Florida.
egregious
My bad. It's still a crime, actually.
overreach.
Yeah, we still do crimes here. It's crazy.
We still do,
that has
we still
prohibited
do
the
crimes
state.
here in Florida.
It's wild. Like we still do crimes here.
Sometimes we go
Florida.
all the way to Vegas and do crimes there.
Mm-hmm.
Our teenagers are kidnapping your crypto influencers. That's
awesome.
We're
I want a
fucking-
shirt. I want a shirt that says "Welcome to Florida." Welcome to Florida. Do crimes, and there's just an orange.
I'm actually fine with that. I would wear that shirt. Tank top,
I
obviously.
want to get a shirt that says the Gunshine State. I hate those shirts. It's always a wigger
Someone get him
wearing
one.
it. It's always a wigger wearing it. It's never a gun guy. It's always a wigger.
Fun in the gun. Guys, if you want more highbrow jokes like that,
You probably don't.
Revenge of the
I wouldn't. I would pass.
I get it. Revenge of the Cis.locals. Revenge of the Cis.locals.com. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. $7 a month.
That's crazy.
Those deals are insane. You know, Merce, they're calling me from the headquarters and they're telling me, you can't do these prices. And I told them, I'll kill your family.
What headquarters?
Headquarters. Just generic headquarters. Just go along with me, man. We're grifting.
What headquarters?
We're just trying to grift a little bit. Just have some fun with me. Don't be
Why
weird.
not? Everybody else is
Don't make
doing
it
it.
fucking weird. Guys, go there right now. $7 a month. You get half of tomorrow's show, half of Friday's show, all of every single Wednesday show, and of course our movie riffs, and all the backlog, the first 400 episodes, and you get a wonderful. I don't want to call it a community because that's gay. Can we call it a brotherhood, like Fallout? A brotherhood.
I like it. A brotherhood of.
Don't. You can't say it. We're still on YouTube. I know what you want to say, and we're not. Guys.
What did I want to say?
I know, a brotherhood. I know what you were going to say, and it was not.
I
gonna
actually
be.
I didn't. I was trying to think of something.
I
which
was
is
being
why.
racist.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't. I,
Because you said brother. Guys, we'll be right back. Stay where you are.
6, 7, 8. Trident gum is the chewiest gum. Give it to your friends and chew it with your teeth. Your teeth are bones that live outside. They hang from your lips like bats. Oh, I'll tie bones. Never forget, teeth are tie bones. They bones that you wash, and when you're a kid, they fall from your head. And to make things less weird, we say they got stolen by a demon. That's your parents. No, Trident.
Second hour, ROTC, thank you for staying with us. We do appreciate it. Today's a Thursday show. Tomorrow's a Friday show. It means half of it will be free. The other half will be for the exclusive locals and Patreon members. They will get it
exclusively.
Yeah, exclusively. So we have a lot of fun. We have more fun when you guys behind the paywall, by the way, because number one, we don't have to abide by YouTube rules. So, whew, boy, that's really nice.
Thank goodness.
Kind of let the N-word fly. You know what I mean?
No, I do that anyway.
No, I know, but I mean, like on the show, I know you do it anyway. I mean, I listen, Merch. I drive on I-4 too. I fucking get it. You know. I see this one. This lady looks trustworthy, so I feel like we should
Jesus.
we should probably. But guys, what do you think? What do you think? Mug shorties, huh? Oh, doobie.
Well,
there it is. Mom accused of buying.
I was going to say, judging from the headline, I don't think any of us would have had this one.
This morning, police say a Texas mother allegedly bought ammunition.
I wonder when she was born.
Magazines and tactical gear for her son. Now she's facing charges. Authorities arresting.
You know, like, and I brought it up before, but this is the archetype. You know when you're playing GTA Online too long and you have too much money and just waste it on like this stuff?
You put everything on them.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Face tattoos, fucking color her hair. I don't know.
Dude, not even GTA. This is my fresh out of the box day one Saints Row character.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
33-year-old Ashley Pardo on Monday. They allege she bought the items knowing they would be used for a crime. Police say her son arrived at Rhodes Middle School
shit. She was probably proud of her boy from the looks of her.
Arrived at Rhodes Middle School Monday.
Oh, mijo, you're doing crimes now? Here, let me get you a fucking Kevlar vest.
Your father would be so proud if he was alive and didn't get killed for doing crimes.
But you're going to make him proud.
Mask, camouflage jacket, and tactical pants, but then left. The school was swept for potential threats. Ashley Pardo posted $75,000 bond and was released from jail.
Did he have a gun or just tactical gear? Because hold on a second. If the kid just bought tactical gear, if she just bought his kid tactical gear, but they didn't say that she bought him a gun, what was the crime specifically?
I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to start arresting people just for wearing urban camouflage?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what she did. Like,
What are we going to arrest the Dudley boys in New Jack?
All right. This is something that I'm going to call something that'll never backfire. Okay, ready for this story?
It is a dog-eat-dog world, but in this case, we're talking about snakes. Dozens of snakes were released into the wild in North Florida to eat other invasive snakes.
Yeah, okay, But hear me out. I know what you're going to think. What happens if we get too many snakes? I got you, Mersh. Before you even ask the question, we're going to start releasing wild coyotes to eat the snakes. And I know what you're thinking, Mersh. What happens when we have the wild coyotes? I know that's the next thing you're thinking. We're going to be releasing invasive panther species into Florida to eat the... Okay, hold on. Hear me out about the cats. Before you say that, I already have a plan for the cats. They're cats. You like cats. That's it. That's my plan. End of plan.
You're right. I do like cats. I try to get cats out of our ecosystem because they're an invasive species.
I have to cancel a load order real quick. I really made a mistake there.
Actually, very bad for the environment. Stray cats. So I don't think.
Okay,
I don't think cats that are 15 times larger.
Who's gonna eat the coyotes then?
What if we just didn't release the coyotes?
Okay,
yeah,
then
Royce,
who's gonna eat the snakes?
What about instead of coyotes, we deal with the snakes by releasing bigger snakes?
We already have anacondas.
Snakes.
That's why we have anaconda. By the way, this
Yes.
is why we have an anaconda problem in the Everglades.
Ones that were set free were raised in Lake County and then brought up there. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth explains why this is so important.
I just like watching snakes fuck. I think it looks cool.
More snakes.
Yes, I'm here
It's a
with
phrase
John Voight, self-proclaimed snake expert.
You know, I got this guy.
It may make some shudder. but local biologists say it's necessary.
Yeah, I don't trust local biologists.
I don't trust any biologists.
Especially not broad.
To help balance that ecosystem back out by reintroducing.
I bet that the guys love you. I bet you're just a spitfire.
These eastern indigo snake.
This is the 9th year state agencies have released eastern indigo snakes back into the wild in the Florida Panhandle. Those 42 snakes were bred and hatched right here in Central Florida at the Orion Center for Indigo Conservation in Eustis. This year's batch was the most released at one time.
You know, it's always good when we fuck with the, delicate
Ecosystem.
balance
No,
of the
it's smart.
ecosystem.
We should release snakes. That makes sense.
Indigo snake is a.
All right, how about this? How about like hawks that eat snakes? Are you fine with that? What could be the downside to hawk? Okay, small pets. I guess they could pick up small pets. I don't know. I don't really have a solution here.
I've always thought about that too. Like hawks, I've seen hawks lift a goddamn goat off the ground.
Oh
and
yeah,
fly
they're
away with
fucking
it.
wild.
Like that's one of the scariest ideas. Like it's why when I talk to people, especially about their cats, and they're like, "Oh, I let my cat just roam around and shit outside," and I'm like, "They're like, there's not a lot of cars in this area, or whatever." And I'm like,
Wait,
"Yeah, but like gators and hawk, like a hawk will literally just go and just fly away, and you go, kitty."
Have you ever seen one in like front of you actually snatch something up? It's fucking wild.
No,
dude,
I would
living
be
in the
fucking.
country.
I would be blown
Bro.
away if I actually saw that.
I got to see it one time, and it was like a feathered bowling ball fell out of the fucking sky. And
That's
it, like,
crazy.
dude, when it flew away, the fucking rabbit was dead, bro.
Look-
It was like, it just fell out of the fucking air. It was wild.
I would say the average Floridian is pretty fucking brave. On average, Floridian are known to be very brave, very
We're not
brazen
brave,
in the
we're
eyes
armed.
of nature. But I'm just saying, okay, fine, whichever.
That makes us brave.
Yeah.
Let,
It
why
helps the
let
confidence.
us kill the snakes? You guys just let crazy people hunt the snakes for fun. Let them go kill the snakes.
Or why don't we just get back to the root of what St. Patrick's Day was all about?
Hell yeah,
We
whacking
can get
day. Let's
drunk.
go.
And we
Relax
can
out
get
of the
drunk.
neighborhood. Oh, different things. Sorry.
We get drunk, and then the humans chase the snakes. We make a holiday out of it.
Yeah, the snakes. That's what
the
they were
actual
chasing
snakes.
out. Oh, okay.
Natural predator
This
for
time,
a lot
actual
This
snake.
time, actual snakes.
of animals in the areas where they live. They eat anything that
I'm
moves in
gonna go
front
there dressed like an Irish cop. I'm gonna leave my pocket watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, none of these snakes. They know me. They don't steal it.
of them, pretty much, including birds, small rodents, even other snakes, including venomous snakes. So they help to balance the ecosystems.
U.S. fish.
But if the ecosystem was going to balance, wouldn't it balance itself? Like a breakfast with Total? I'm seeing if we get any
Is that shit
sponsors.
still around?
I don't know. I'm trying to get any live rates. I'm assuming they need the help. That question means they need the help.
and Wildlife listed the snakes as an endangered species back in 1978. Over the years, they've been killed or driven out as homes and roads were built.
Suffered decline mainly due
Oh, you're such a lesbian.
to habitat destruction.
Nah,
efforts
I
to
think
bring-
it's the opposite. I think she's fucking all the guys over there at the wildlife, fucking fish and wildlife.
You know what I like though? I like a girl who has, and I'm looking at a weed leaf tattooed on her elbow to be making decisions
Yes.
about like snakes that we're releasing.
Well, to be fair, I'm thankfully she's not making any decisions.
Okay.
She's the
habitat-
one they go, well, here are the snakes. Go fucking
Who's the
put them
snake?
in the lake.
Who's the snake guy? There's got to be. Who's the head snake guy?
destruction.
Efforts to bring back the population
Nikki Haley?
appears to be
That's weird.
working. Staff at the center showed us snake eggs they are carefully monitoring for future releases and say in the last few years, snakes have started to reproduce in the wild.
Did you see the video of the black lady that brought her own eggs to Denny's? And it was like for real. Like,
No.
Yes, so there's a video. It's veggies. See if you can find it.
I mean, to be fair, the eggs at Denny's do suck, but you know.
No, because they were too expensive. So she brought her own eggs. in
That's
a
not how this
carton
works, lady.
And said, "Can you just charge me like $5 to heat these?" And she brought like a dozen eggs, and they were like, "Company policy.
No.
We can't cook food you bring."
Outside food?
Yeah, no. It's fucking funny.
In 2023, we found
I'm going to do that at Domino's. I'm going to go there with like a Tombstone or a DiGiorno's.
Yeah.
And be like, can you just fling that into your oven for me? I'll pay you like $2.
There you go.
Thank you. Yep, there it is. That's the one. Okay, so I believe it's a Denny's.
Bacon and sausage, okay? I brought my own eggs because
That's not.
like two for him, two for her, two for her. I'm wondering if you can cook eggs. You know how expensive eggs are?
Do you know how expensive eggs are?
About as expensive as an Apple Watch?
Mm-hmm. Good point. I didn't even pick that up.
Because automatically it doesn't make sense.
Dude, so let's say I know that it's against like health code, like it's a health code
That's the thing.
violation. to cook
It is
outside
a
food.
health
Like, I
code
get it.
violation. It is a health code
But
violation.
let's say they did it. You know this woman, they would be like, all right, fine, $5, sure, we'll cook your eggs for you. They would bring it to her and she would go, where's the potatoes and the bacon?
Yep.
My manager says, can you ask the manager because I don't want to pay like $5 for one egg and I'll go on home.
Then why don't you just hear me out? Cook them on your own at your house.
I would be so embarrassed.
That's free.
Let me ask her. Okay.
Black women don't get embarrassed.
I know. Well, yeah, trust me.
Yeah, I will cook it at home, but I like the way Denny do it.
We watch enough of these fucking videos to know that that is true.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And now I want to find out. Now we need to find out how they somehow managed to call the person at Denny's racist for this.
Oh, that's easy. Calling someone racist is super easy. It's just a lie.
Shock and heartbreak on social media tonight after a popular 23-year-old TikToker from Mexico was shot and killed while live streaming.
Yeah, while live streaming, dude.
Have you seen
Valeria
the video?
No,
Well, we can't watch it on
Virgie
YouTube.
sent it to me on
I know.
On Discord.
I don't have it. AP played it last night. I'll
okay.
get it though. I can
This could
find
be
it for
seen
you.
collapsing on camera. She has nearly 200,000 followers on TikTok.
I literally went to raid Adonis Paul last night from Nightwave, and as soon as I did it and clicked join, he had like an Indian guy with his arm literally hanging off.
That's about
Like,
right.
I was like, I literally was like, all right, guys, Virgie's not live. We'll just raid Adonis Paul. You guys have a good night. And as I'm clicking, I'm like, I just ended the show. I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Was pronounced dead at the scene.
It's literally a late night with Adonis Paul has become 60% titties and gore.
It's pretty rad.
I know,
It's a
it's
great
awesome.
show.
Oh, I want him to keep going because as long as he's on there, I'm safe.
I'm not complaining. I just think it's hilarious. It's all titties and gore now. Every time I raid him, it's always a tit or gore.
Was shot and killed during a TikTok live stream on Tuesday. The prosecutors of
I am
Mexico's
totally not an
Jalisco
AI
State
voice.
says 23-year-old Valeria
23-year-old.
Marquez.
This is
was
that
killed
Johnny
at the
Bravo
beauty
guy, right?
salon where she worked in the city of Zapopan. Just seconds before, Marquez was seen live on TikTok holding a stuffed toy and saying, "They're coming." A voice then called, "Hey, Vale," meaning "Hey, okay?" which she replied yes, then muted the stream. Moments later, she was shot. Someone grabbed her phone, briefly showing their face on the live stream before it ended.
Yeah, and she
prosecutor's
wasn't just
office
like
did not name a
shot.
suspect.
Like
Marquez
they,
had nearly
they
200,000
dumped a mag into this bitch.
Well, anyone know why?
No, I didn't look into it. I don't really care why white women die.
The Jalisco State prosecutor said in a statement on Tuesday that her death is being investigated as femicide, the killing of
Yeah, you
women
know what
or
happened? Can
girls
I say
based
what
on
happened?
gender.
Femicide,
Can I
killing
guess
of
what
women
happened?
or girls based on gender doesn't make any
What?
sense.
No,
what-
femicide is like probably, can I be honest? She probably hit on like a cartel wife's man or something.
Yeah.
It said Jalisco.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, she blew a kiss the wrong fucking way.
It doesn't even have to be that. It's Jalisco. You don't really need to go there and fuck up to just get riddled with bullets.
true.
It's if you look at the whatever they call them, the federal districts of Mexico, like that is one of the worst ones. Jalisco is one of the ones they're like, do not go there. Even if you have a guide, don't go to that one.
Genocide Circus says W. Kamal Bell, he was sort of funny 15 years ago. I doubt that. Genocide Circus, fun fact, comes, drag shows, brunch, has unlimited mimosas. Genocide Circus, again, man, he's donating a lot today. Bottom full mimosas. Genocide Circus just released Eurasian Eagle Owls into Florida wilds. They'll solve the entire problem, and they're adorable. Irish Serpent, I wonder what Florida's serpent would look like. Still gay. Cappadocia says, afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you for the donations. We appreciate it.
30 years ago, a tall latte at Starbucks cost under $2. Just let that sink in for a second. Now the coffee customer will pay more than double for that. Remember a couple of months ago, the crowd went crazy for Pedro Pascal's coffee order from Starbucks? In case you forgot, it's an iced quad espresso with 6 shots of espresso. That's a lot.
Just drink 2 ghosts at this point.
Yeah, why would you even do that?
A total of 10 shots. That is espresso. A whole lot of espresso. But you know what? Someone told Pedro to hold their brew because right now there is currently a drink you can order that's $45. So what goes?
Why? What is it?
It's a status symbol.
Goes into this specifically $44?
It's a dragon fruit frappuccino that cures AIDS. You heard us right. 2 sips and your AIDS, poof, gone.
Wow, I'll keep the AIDS. $44. Suck my dick.
I'm gonna wait till the prices come down.
87-cent dollar drink. Let's check it out.
2 espresso shots.
All right, so we got 2 espresso shots totaling $15. 12 affogato style shots, another $15.
What are affogato?
An affogato style.
What is it? Affogato.
Oh, it's an attorney.
Affogato.
That's abogado, you asshole.
No, an affogato. An affogato
gay
is
attorney.
a gay cat.
There it is.
Oh, it's a gay cat. Gay Spanish cat.
It's a gay Hispanic lawyer.
It's
I gotta hire my affogato.
It's when you do like a scoop of ice cream. You know the scoop of vanilla ice cream with the espresso shot?
Oh.
That's what that
Thought
is.
about
That's
that
what
too.
So this is an Andre 3000 drink.
It's fancy.
It's Andre
It's
3000.
green. It's even green.
Dark caramel sauces, $1.60. Some caramel
It's
drizzle.
green.
It's
It
gonna
makes
cost
no
you
sense, and it leaves you feeling ill.
60 cents.
Come
Some
on, man.
frappuccino-
You're the only nigga that orders that drink. He's just ignoring the drink order.
I'm not Andre 2,999.
I love that sketches because you just feel Big Boy's frustration the whole time.
Mang.
Chai.
What happened to you, man?
$1.60. Okay. What do we think so far?
Oh, more? There's more?
We're not done. You got caramel crunch topping, 50 cents.
Oh,
vanilla
no.
bean
I've
and
seen the
chocolate
ratings for local news. You're done.
Oh, yeah.
malt powder. You got to have 4 scoops each. It's $1. Whipped cream's free, though. Don't worry. It's on the house.
Okay. So an affogato-style shot is a shot of hot espresso that's added to a frozen drink like a frappuccino, creating a marbled effect.
That's
I want to give you an affogato.
Yeah, she's hot. I would fucking blow my brains out if I had to work at Starbucks, bro, with all these drinks and the specialty, and everybody that goes there really expects to have their shipping part. It's like, oh my God, dude. Every time, you know how relieved everybody at a Starbucks looks whenever I walk into one and go, can I just get a regular coffee?
Yeah.
And then you have cream and sugar over there. Coffee, leave a little room for cream. Thank you. And they're like, thank God this guy. They love customers like us because you're like, oh, that's it. And I'll take one of those cookies. Do you want me to heat it up? I'm just going to shove it into my sad mouth with my coffee.
Dude, I'll make it even worse. Take all the shitty customers, and add to that a homeless couple shooting up and fucking in the bathroom. You have to deal with that too.
Right.
What a job.
They're happy about the guy who goes, just black coffee, please, and a napkin, and here's $2 tip. I'm just gonna leave.
And no, I don't want to have sex in your bathroom. I'm good.
And they're always happy.
I mean, unless you want to.
But yeah, Starbucks baristas love me. They're always happy to see me because they're like, damn, that guy looks just as broken and sad as me.
Diego Pons says, my bad, baby. Affogato pull out.
Affogato pull out.
God damn, that was really funny.
Drink half?
12.
12 shots.
12 shots of espresso.
Please don't drink this drink.
44. I don't even know how many
Please don't do
calories it is.
It's a lot of calories too, so a lot of sugar, a lot of caffeine.
But it's
Thank you for that.
$44.97. That's not including tax or tip.
So you could actually buy this at a Starbucks now? Is this available?
Is it called the eighth?
No, we just fucking made this whole thing up. We just fucking made the whole thing up. Have you been paying attention? We said how much it costs, you fucking asshole. Are you even in the room right now with us?
We got ya. That was the prank. We played a prank on you.
We have one mildly attractive chick, one smoking hot chick. We barely need you at this point.
Yeah, no,
you better fucking at least lock into the conversation.
You can probably go to your Starbucks. I haven't done it yet.
She's actually pretty too.
No, she's pretty too.
She's just suffering from having to sit next to the other one.
Honestly, baby, you move from fucking LA to like, I don't know, Sacramento, you'll be the hottest one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. I don't know if I will. If I did, we have to pour it in 3 cups and share it. And you would just say, can I please have your $45 drink? I'm sure they know.
We got to try it out.
You want to try it?
Yeah, but if we're doing it for the show, we get to write it off, right? Like, that's his thing. We get to write it off.
We get
though.
to expense it, right?
Right, I'm going to use the business Amex for this one because I kind of feel
It's
like
research.
I'm allowed to do that. Okay, I'm going to give you a little preview, then we're going to get into the whole episode. Meghan Markle was was on her friend's podcast, the Jamie Kern Lima. Now, when I saw this clip, I actually downloaded this clip and found the full episode because what I saw when I saw this, like I think I found it on Instagram, I don't remember. But I do remember when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is somebody using one of those Instagram filters to make their faces look crazy. That's what I really thought. I really thought that.
Oh, warning. If you have a debilitating fear of those smiling, frowning theater masks.
Uh-oh.
If you're
Look away.
If you're afraid of the falling moon from Majora's Mask, you might not like this. So
Yeah,
just get ready. Get fucking ready, boys. I've been waiting all day for this.
Like a
Very
court
first
jester
question.
puppet. Oh! Fucking punching Judy!
It was a second in. A second in.
Very first question, because I think in friendship,
She looks like the ocarina of time shopkeep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Look at her.
Do you remember
You're
that
like
like
all
elf
mouth.
thing that chases you around?
Yeah. Oh my
It's
god.
like 8 Zelda characters.
Oh my god.
I think in friendship, it's so important. And I
Look at the blink. Did you see Markle's blink? Look at the blink.
it's so important.
Yeah, they're all insane and on drugs.
SSRIs, baby.
I think so many people also have this
Meghan
question
Markle looks
for
like Tommy Davidson in a wig.
you is, Megan, how are you?
Megan, how are you?
It really just feels like that classic like sci-fi horror trope where it's like people in town are slowly like getting added as pod people, and it's like they on the outside they seem so happy, but I'm always going to be that character that's like, I will not become a fucking robot or a pill guy. I will be the one trying to fucking fight my way through these robot zombies and get the fuck out of here.
But Marish, how are you?
Oh God! And it's like so we have these having conversation. I'd be like, I would never sign up for that. Even if they said, Mersh, we promise you, you'll be happy forever. I'd be like, nope, no, thank
But then
you.
you have to look like that.
No me gusta.
Megan, how are
No,
you?
they could put me on these drugs and say they'll even make me better looking, and I'm go, no, I'm not signing up for it. You people look insane. When I was sane, you people looked insane. I am not joining you.
She looks like a foraging hamster.
You remember those hip hop hamsters for like the Kia Soul or whatever the fucking car was?
Yes.
And are you okay?
That's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay.
Look the face! It's so rough.
How are you?
I know you always make it about me. Today, which by the way, I just have to
By the way, I'm a real person that talks like that.
I'm gonna look this bitch up. She creeps me out.
say, you are the most generous.
The reason that she got this interview is because she was friends with her before she was
When they were on Suits.
Bro, do you want to know? Do you want to
Franklin
know?
and Bash.
Is it Beach
Doctors?
Mm-mm. Do you want to hear about her?
Yeah, who's Jamie Kern Lima?
She founded IT Cosmetics, which she sold to L'Oreal for $1.2 billion in 2016, becoming the first chief executive officer of a L'Oreal brand. She's on the Forbes list of America's richest self-made women.
Well, she is beautiful.
Nurse friend. You show up for your friends. Today, I just
Look at that. What a good body on her, too. You have $1 billion and you can't get Ozempic? I'm just saying, right?
I'll be honest, though, man. That's the way to go, man. If you're a billionaire, just be like, fuck this. Don't be schlubby as fuck. What are you going to do about it?
get to talk
Her,
about you.
her, her IT Cosmetics brand was specifically for women who get with rosacea and hyperpigmentation.
I'm on this chick's side though. My goal in life is to just be like rich and fat and just like Adam Sandler. And I'm
But
two
how
thirds
is
and I'm
this?
two
What's
thirds of
going
the
on?
way there, baby.
Hi.
Good. There's it's a lot of pinch me moments right now, and
I'll
at the
pinch
same
you
time,
right in
I
the
think
fucking.
because I'm
Yeah, we're on.
so busy, with so many different things, and for
Pinch
each of
those lovely
projects, you mentioned
cheeks.
the show or the podcast or the brand.
She's so mid for a prince to have landed. Like,
I wasn't expecting that one.
I know, right? The more boring, weird
just so
brother
great. This is why it's so
got
nice
the
not to have
hotter chick.
yeah.
I'm from, go in the fridge.
A for effort.
It was an A for effort, and my
Hey,
daughter
yeah.
is 6,
Nobody
and
talks
way
like this.
better than I make. She loves to cook.
Wait,
and,
Royce,
but
let's
I
go
just
back to
remember
that
just being
shark
like, if we're
cruelty
gonna have a
board
real
that they showed.
Shark cruelty board? Yeah, sure. It's going to be nice. Let's see it.
Imagine you go to a party and they bring out
Also,
this.
like, what are we doing here? Why are they still making billionaires based on makeup? I mean, haven't we discovered like all the colors and everything already?
You don't
What
want
are
a
we-
whole
what's-
carrot?
But what I'm
Cheese
sa-
cut too small?
What's new about the makeup world that they're still making innovations and selling out to L'Oreal? I don't understand.
Women, nothing's new. Women are stupid.
Yeah.
Who is 6 can make one way better
Honestly,
than
the last person to actually do an innovation, I think, in that makeup world was Rihanna, when she was like, "Hey, I made a makeup line for black women," and black women were like, "Yay!"
She loves to cook.
And that was
but I just-
bullshit, by the way, because they're like, "Hey, ladies, you want to look just like Rihanna?" And it's like, yeah, okay, good luck.
Yeah, white women started buying
Fucking
it.
good luck.
You know she's a Trini, right?
She is a Trini.
Just remember just being like, if we're gonna have a real friendship, like this is who I am. And I remember you just loved it. And then I asked you, I'm like, okay, just so I know, what would
By the
you
way,
do to,
Rihanna
like,
is so
make it,
hot
like,
that it's a known fact she has herpes, and motherfuckers are still knocking her up.
Would you?
Rihanna? Yeah.
Okay.
a little bit, more, welcoming, aesthetically pleasing. And then I felt we're gonna start a business in a different way for the first time, or their
Yo,
friends.
why
or-
the fuck are we
and they
watching
are
this?
Because it's terrible, I guess.
Shut up, Virgie.
so excited to launch a business. Then they do, and they're like, oh.
Virgie, you don't like this? You're not taking notes?
Never stops. When you have and everyone listening who has this experience, whether you've launched your own business or you are right now,
Or you're a billionaire who got really lucky selling makeup. Everyone could just be a billionaire like me on pills.
I would love, seriously, I'm just picturing overhearing these two in the office, and I'm in Tower 1 on the fucking, at 8:53 in the morning, and I'm on the 93rd floor, and I'm having my bagel in the morning, and all I'm thinking is, please God, anything to stop these two from talking. Anything to stop these two and shut them up.
You shared in
And you just
New
hear
York
this in the
Times
background.
interview recently. You said that you need to work and you love
Virgie,
to
you're
work.
never gonna get your
Can you
makeup
share
for
more
dudes
about
line
that?
up and running if you don't take this advice, okay?
Well, I've loved New York Times cooking and New York Times food for a long time, so that was a fun one for me. No, I need to work because it fills my cup.
I'm gonna fucking. All right, mute me. I'm gonna fill your cup. That was nice.
Casings would be the problem.
Yeah, well, unlike Nick Rekieta, I'd actually pick them up.
Also, we need to work for practical reasons. You need to work. Pay your bills. You need to work.
What bills
But
do you have?
You're a duchess.
Yeah.
Fuels
dead
me
eyes
in
on the
such
white
a
one.
If one guy dies, your husband's the king of England. What bills?
And she's also doing the irony makeup.
Yeah, no. You do,
huge
actually.
way.
Your eyes
Wait, hold on. Somebody did ask, and we have to ask because it's a rule. Marsh.
No, God, no. She's always been mid.
Way.
Your eyes
Even on Beach Doctors.
Yes. She wasn't on Beach, though. She was on Suits.
Oh, whatever. What's the difference? There was a Suits revival, but it was canceled.
Markle, we were talking about creating and watching other people create, like at the Broadway show. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so deep, because when you talk low.
And that's what, and I also love being with a crew and a team. So
I like having servants. I like having
Yeah,
people
I
that get my coffee, take care of my kids.
Yeah, you know what? I like delegating too, ma'am.
Suits, that was 7 years of my life, and that's a crew
See, you were right. It was Suits.
of over 200 people. It's a lot of people on a team.
A lot of servants, to do my bidding.
Do my bidding.
And even on the series that I just did for Netflix, when people are saying, why wouldn't you film this in your own kitchen, at your own house?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. Why?
It's a crew of 80 people.
But the real question is, why do you need a crew of 80 people to do a cooking show? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have 80 people in your house when you're...
You probably have 80 people that work in your house.
I watched James May's cooking show because James May has a cooking show that he does in his kitchen, and his crew is like 5 people that are in there filming with him.
And I guarantee you they're probably all fucking OG Top Gear guys that
all-
he's
of
probably
course,
known
yeah.
for 20
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
They probably have bedrooms in his house afterwards. Like, yeah, just drink some wine and go upstairs.
home from school or for lunch? No. I want my home and my kitchen to be a sacred place that my kids associate.
A sacred place?
You're married to a royal family member. Nowhere you go is a sacred place.
A
You are going to be
sacred-
photographed until you die in a tunnel.
God
Okay,
willing.
well,
Inshallah.
murdered in a tunnel, but yes, I will give you that.
With me cooking for our family.
Yeah.
Diane
So finding
Shala.
places- I'm really trying to not have to...
Oh yeah, you need a crew of 80 people to have. You need a crew of 80 people to do a fucking cooking show. Hold on a second. Let me just show you something.
Yo, viewers.
Hello, my name's James May, and this is called Fucking Around in the Kitchen with James May.
Basically,
and you know what? I'm here for it.
Look, he
We're
has
gonna make
his
a
gin.
fucking cheese sandwich.
He has a gin that he's been hawking.
We're in the bug out bunker kitchen, and today we are looking
Bro,
at TikTok.
I still watch James May makes a cheese sandwich. It's just three
Bro,
things. And it's the best.
I would give anything to hang out with anyone from Top
They're
Gear,
so funny.
even
Oh my
Richard
God.
Hammond.
Yeah.
Even the Stig.
That poor guy. He probably is like the Adam Friedland of Top
Yeah,
Gear,
he
right?
just
Like
gets picked
he's
on
the one
a
that just
lot.
gets shit on the most.
He gets picked on a lot. I've been watching James May like cook stuff is actually really funny. Like they're all funny, obviously. Clarkson's Farm is the best show though. If you haven't watched,
Well,
it,
Clarkson's the best one. I mean, he is the top guy in the show. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
funniest guy.
yeah. I mean, he also is the one that punched Piers Morgan. You know.
Yeah, he doesn't give any fucks, bro.
Yeah, the Clarkson Farm stuff is. I mean, what did you see when he bought the Lamborghini? He bought a Lamborghini tractor.
Well, what about what chads they were about the fucking? They canceled Top Gear, and then they just emailed everybody that worked for him, and they
Yeah.
were like, "You guys want to come work for us?"
And they were like,
we're
"Yeah,
just gonna keep doing the show."
hey, Bezos is gonna pay us." It's basically
I like
what
that
happened.
clip you showed me, Royce, where he gets the little tiny car and just drives it into a mall.
Okay, yeah, I got to do that one. Sorry, but I this is one of the fucking every time. Okay, hold on. This is when he. Okay, so they made these new rules for cars. What qualifies as a car? So he decided. This is many years ago to do this.
You have the engine and the running gear from a quad bike, but you will note it has lights and indicators and a number plate. It's passed all the government tests, which means you can drive it on the road.
Are you seriously suggesting that that is an actual car?
I promise it's a real car.
Hold on.
What's it called?
I began on the track.
This guy rules.
No, the
Having
funniest part
determined
was
very quickly
then he
that
actually drove it in the city.
Yes, look at this. Look at this. Very brilliant.
God, they probably want to kill him.
Oh my God! If you're watching this in the edit, make sure that doesn't go on television. I don't want people thinking it's a death trap.
I actually like the one where they built their own car together.
Oh,
that piece of shit.
The sheet metal electric car they made.
Oh, what a
it looked like
horrible piece of shit
it looked
that
like
was.
Homer's car when Homer made a car.
It was such dog shit.
All right, you're right, Merce. You know what we should do? We should hype ourselves up a little bit.
Yeah, low prices. This is slave labor, technically.
At least Amazon's like, yeah, you're gonna piss in a Gatorade bottle. We're not gonna fucking cheer. Good luck. And also, no good luck. Let's move on. All right, I want to ask a question now with the story. If this is the neighbor was justified or not.
Well, here's a modern-day get off my lawn story. A property owner accused of setting up a clothesline to block out a shortcut. But as Fox 2's Charlie Langton tells us, he could face some legal trouble.
So you didn't hit this one?
I didn't feel it, at least.
This is a popular cut-through for kids between two homes in Rochester Hills. And this is the way it looked around 8 o'clock last Sunday. And this is what the same
Bro,
property
this fucking reporter, relax, dude.
looks like 5 days later.
What was your intent?
5 days later.
When you set up a clothesline.
So this is like Ben from Lost?
Yeah, what is this?
At neck level for kids passing through there.
13-year-old Max.
Oh, look at his neck.
Oh my God.
Look at his neck.
You could like decapitate, at least cut through.
Says that he was riding his bike, taking a shortcut.
I wonder if
between
this
the
kid
homes.
was a mega Chad. He didn't actually get caught on it, but he was like, I have an idea. And he just ran throat first into it and then went home and went, oh, God, that guy tried to kill me.
When he got
Dad, I'm your son. I'm so hurt, Dad.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
That
that dude's in
doesn't-
fucking trouble, bro.
I
That
don't know,
dude's in
bro.
fucking
How can you be in
trouble.
trouble? He set up a rope on his property.
It's not his
Well,
property. It's a cut through, which means it's probably where
cut-through
two
between
backyards
you.
end. That's why the fences were. It's between two
On his
backyard
neck.
fences.
Was your intention to tell them, stay off my property with a clothesline that you can't see?
Can you
That's
calm down?
Diabolical.
No.
Fucking
Sir,
woman.
sorry. The RKO is the one you don't see coming. A clothesline is when it's running towards
Yeah.
you. So you technically see a clothesline coming.
Not
sir.
from John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. You know what? I concede.
Thank you.
It is.
But I do agree he should have done something that's a little more within the rules, like a takedown arm drag.
Again.
Yes.
Arm bar.
Or
I
shot
hate to
them.
say it. It's private property. Please stay off of it.
That's Richard Story, the property owner, who says he didn't want deer to go between the property because it aggravated his dog.
Okay, no, that's not how you get deer to stay off
I got it, but that's a good cover up.
Which was recovering from surgery.
I feel horrible that this child was injured. This was not a put up for a malicious intent. This was put up for my dog to not run and me not having to chase him out my doggy door.
Because of the deer. If
But the problem was the line was higher than the dog's height. It was
Yeah.
at neck level.
Okay, you're not
for
gonna be
a
able to
teenager.
prove intent. I'm telling you, this. I hear you're probably listen. Do we all listen?
They
Bert?
probably could make a couple bucks off the guy in a civil suit, but
Doesn't
he's
like
not going to get
kids
in legal trouble.
crossing near his property. Legally, can he put up a clothesline?
I certainly don't think he could put up a clothesline. He could put up cones. He could put up signs. He could put up a fence.
Do you think the wire?
If he could put up a fence, then it is his property. So then he can put the lines up. I'm not saying what he did wasn't right.
It didn't look like it was his property.
All right, if it's his property, then yeah, they're definitely not going to be able to like.
No, it was an
prove
easy
anything.
stop.
I mean, in hindsight, should he have just put maybe 2 big road pylons? Yes, but you know, hey,
But it's still your property.
I would just
Back
put
to
up
the
a
drawing
sign that
board.
goes, anybody who cuts through here is gay.
No lawsuit has been filed.
Oh, no teenager would go through that. Mersh.
Exactly.
No
That would
teenager.
literally. I look, man. Some of these adults just don't know how.
LGBTQ crossing only.
Yeah. No, just that's all you got to do is go. Yeah, anyone who passes the sign is gay, and I swear to God, it would look like a bunch of fucking, like a bunch of zombies that are just frozen.
Yeah.
They're just held back by some invisible field.
I'll go if you go. You have to go first, dude. I'm not going.
Could be a bunch of
and then
giggling
one
teens
and then one
trying to-
friend goes through and he goes, "Fag."
Yeah, and that's it. He's ruined. He has to move to a new
Ah,
school.
he crossed, dude.
He has to move to a new school because he went through the gay cut through.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I wanted to go to NYU anyway.
This is a modern day kid. Get off my lawn.
Ah, that was good.
I
Still
didn't
have
even
a
see
job,
him
huh?
ever on my lawn. I didn't know this happened until the sheriff knocked.
If they've never warned the kids or he's never said anything to the kids or even know who the kid is, then it's hard to prove intent. If there's been a history of him telling that kid, hey, stop, maybe you could say that. But it really is going to go down to whether or not it's his property. And second, even if it isn't, you have to prove malicious intent.
Can we agree on one thing? Whether or not you agree about the clothesline thing, this man does deserve to go to prison for letting Disney ruin Star Wars, right?
That's not George Lucas. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Are you 100% sure? It's not
No,
George
you know
Lucas?
I'm not.
Come on.
You know I'm not 100%
No,
sure.
no, Mersh, no, it's not him. But I do think that he should at least go finish Game of Thrones. Like he hasn't
That's
finished
not
the
George
first yet.
Hard R. Martin.
That's
And
not
the
George
show
Hard
is
R.
the-
Martin, dude.
All right.
On my door at 10 o'clock
Okay,
at night.
well he should bring back his rotisserie chicken chain.
That's not
okay?
Kenny
That's-
Rogers. He's dead.
I do like that he's still annoyed at the sheriff's department. It's like he almost killed a kid, and he's like, "Yeah, what's your fucking problem? I want you off my lawn too." This guy's based.
Before I clothesline you.
Night.
No tickets were given, but the sheriff said, take that line down.
Biggest thing at the end of the day, I hope the child's okay. I do hope maybe a lesson's
Oh
learned.
my
The
God!
lesson
You
was-
know who I just realized who else he reminds me of? You know, my brother. He was like a rich, important guy. You guys probably work at Taco Bell. Does he not remind you of Bruce Pat or not Bruce Paddock? God damn it! I always forget the best Paddock brother's name.
His brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric Paddock, the
Comped.
Orlando one.
Comped.
Yeah, that guy. He kind of looks like Eric Paddock.
I go to Flanagan's. They get me beer comped.
Dude, the best part of that fucking interview was, I don't know, he got a lot of comps. He was an important guy. Some of you probably work at Taco Bell. It's like, was there ever a better, weird, like, blown psyop interview? Like, Eric Paddock definitely got a talking to after that. Like, dude, you were supposed to help us sell this. You fucking the moment they put you on camera, we prepped you for 6 months. And the moment you were on camera, you fucking folded, dude. It was like watching, like, when they call somebody up from NXT and they're like, it's your big night, Monday Night Raw, 20,000 out there. And you're like, like, he just panicked. Taco
Woman
Bell?
so drunk she passed out behind the wheel of a car in the middle of the road. But rather than helping or taking her to a hospital, a Shelby County Sheriff's deputy is now accused of taking her to a hotel for sex.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Well, where else were they going to do it?
Whoa. Let me say the
wanted to-
let me say the most obvious thing. Was she hot?
They got a hotel room. It's like they did it the classy way. What the fuck do you want? You're on duty. You fuck some bitch in your squad car and lock yourself in it. And you got to call
get
your
in
sergeant.
trouble.
You get in trouble. You go and get a hotel on your own dime. You get in trouble. When can we get laid?
Woman so drunk she passed out behind the wheel of a
So he didn't even give her a DUI.
car in the
Dude,
middle of the
so
road.
hold on. So this
But
woman
just a
passed
D.
out. This woman passed out behind her car, and instead of
Helping
poking her
her.
and taking her back, he raped her in a hotel room.
He didn't rape her. He took her to a nice hotel room
And gave her some of that good loving.
And gave her good loving, yeah. Unconsensually. So yeah, there was definitely rape. But whatever.
But rather than helping or taking her to a hospital, a Shelby County Sheriff's deputy is now accused of taking her to a hotel for sex.
And that deputy could also be just days away from losing his law enforcement certification.
Well,
in
I'd fucking hope so.
Tennessee. Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon uncovered the case.
Okay, guys, it says here he is losing his badge, but he does moonlight as an anesthesiologist. So now we're gonna have to. Oh,
now
man,
we have two
oh, no.
problems. Now we have two problems.
The problem is, right, if they decertify me from law enforcement, can I still be a hot cop?
Yeah, I think you're allowed to wear a uniform as long as it's not a real police uniform.
Okay.
over state documents.
I would love to do that. I would love if I were like I would love to work for the police and go in and arrest Chippendales for impersonating
be great.
police officers.
No, what
They look, I came here, all right, and Stan the Stud clearly identified himself as a police officer when he came out on stage.
No, the guy that comes out in fatigues and starts yelling, "Stolen valor! Stolen valor!"
And then the guy's like, "No, I actually I was in the Marines for a couple of years." You're like, "Oh,
okay, sorry."
Forgot they let gay guys be Marines now.
The guy's cocks out, and Mersh goes, "Thank you for your service." Shakes his penis,
Yeah,
and
I
then leaves.
take my hat off.
Shakes his penis and leaves.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the Bunny Ranch. I kept demanding Air Force Amy's credentials.
Oh yeah, what was your MOS?
Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine?
Oh god! Now I'm just thinking about imagine starting every Chippendales mail review with the Pledge of Allegiance with Star Spangled Bangle Banner.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh, say every bachelorette party. Hey, stop talking. Put your phone down. It's the fucking national anthem. What's wrong with you?
This is a place of class. Okay.
The question here is why was Deputy Sheriff Michael Izaguirre, who you see here, not charged with rape?
That's actually what I want to know.
That may still happen.
Your Honor, she came. Oh well, court is adjourned.
She came. They can't charge you for rape if she comes.
That's the rule. That's the law.
That's true. Do me a favor. Somebody ask Grok.
If they come, it's not rape. I don't
I
care what anybody says.
I don't need to ask Rock. It's a well-known. It's the cum clause.
It is the cum clause, which is like the porn version of the Tim Allen movie, The Santa Claus.
Yeah. Sorry for that rape you clearly enjoyed.
This is why Merce got fired from Hallmark. This is exactly why Merce got fired from Hallmark, because she's writing these cards, and it's like, who are these for?
Sorry for raping you, but let's be honest, it was kind of fun.
Mercer's other line was like, Amy was asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
He was fired from Hallmark, but Papyrus accepted them, and they're the nicer brand.
Yeah, they're the
which is
nice
weird.
ones. Yeah.
Right, I raped you, and then you stayed the night. Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's We really should. Chuck Norris Gun Club said, "Careful, boys, YouTube."
Oh God, be careful. Thank you, Chuck Norris. You actually have a very good point. We have to be careful.
Sorry, guys. YouTube won't let us be funny.
We don't be funny.
Oh, YouTube gets mad when you advocate sexual assault.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Whatever, dude.
Named Deputy of the
Grow
Month
up.
for May of 2022. This is a picture of him receiving that award. We also know his relative, a 27-year veteran of the sheriff's office, is currently running for sheriff.
Oh, no!
He is furious.
According to documents from the Tennessee Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission, or POST, Izaguirre and another deputy, Sheldon Smith, went to Airline Road in Arlington and found a woman so drunk she was
How drunk was she?
slumped over in a stopped car.
Terrible joke.
This is like for those of you that are trying to figure what like how this factors in. I'll use an analogy you can understand. This would be like if me and Royce were about to sign $500,000 contracts with the Blaze, and then at 90 miles an hour, I drunkenly plowed into a school bus at like 9 a.m. and killed 2 kids. This is what that would be. This would be Royce waking up going, "Okay, I already.
Let me tell you
I
what would
already
happen.
spent some of that money."
Here's what would be happening. Hey, Alex Stein. Hey, what's up? Do you need a co-host? Bro, I mean, I already moved. I'm already moving. I already bought the house in Dallas. So.
The day before we're supposed to do it, it's like, why were you near a school? Oh, because it was the
Termination
best
records
place
from
to
the
do
sheriff's office
donuts.
say Izaguirre, who was the more senior deputy and was off duty, instructed Smith to make false statements in his report.
Yeah, I would have
And
too.
that Smith
I probably,
deactivated his body
yeah,
worn camera,
encouraged him to make false statements. Meaning, he said,
even though it
"I
looked
wouldn't
like
tell the
a fastball
truth." I mean, I would come up with something.
Driving drunk, never looked back to see if she damaged anything. It also says the woman reported being assaulted by her husband, but they never investigated that case. Instead, documents say Izaguirre and Smith took her to a hotel and checked her in. Smith left, but documents say Deputy Izaguirre's conduct while off duty was unethical, immoral, and detrimental to
But notice that they didn't say illegal because they're trying to save themselves from a lawsuit.
Yeah, because
he did it in uniform, like literally in uniform. Like he was on duty when he did this. You know.
to the reputation of the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Izaguirre was purposeful in his actions, which ultimately led to having sexual intercourse with a citizen who, by his own admission, was unable to fully consent to the encounter due to the level of her intoxication. Now, I looked over Tennessee law
Okay,
and
that
haven't
shit, I hate that shit.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like here's what really happened.
Like, if you're a dude who's like, you know, very rarely drunk, but you hang around the bar, like trying to pick up girls that are hammered, that's gross. But like, how many situations where it's just like you're both kind of fucked up? I don't like the slippery slope.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, come on, man, leave Frozen alone.
Yeah, let him oil up if he wants.
Yeah, he can oil up all he wants. He likes cocoa butter. Look, here's what I think happened. Yes, this woman was probably drunk on the side of the road. Yes, I believe that. Absolutely. The reason these rape charge hasn't come or any hasn't come, unethical things have come, but the rape charge thing's going to be a little more difficult. Because here's probably what's going to happen, and I don't know if it's true or not, but do I think that he saw her drunk and he went over there and said that she was drunk or whatever, didn't turn his body cam on, and then they worked something out for her not to get a DUI?
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, you go to the hotel room, maybe, you know, maybe
sounds about right.
What can I do to make this go away? She might have said, I went to a hotel room, and now she's seeing dollar signs, and it's like, well, now you can't give me a DUI retroactively. So that's number one. And number two,
I was right.
I mean, again, I don't know if that's what happened, but the fact that they haven't charged him with rape immediately is weird,
There's
right?
Something is stinky.
Yeah,
about
something's
this.
up.
sex with someone who cannot consent is considered rape, a Class B felony. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office tells Fox 13 the victim refused to prosecute. The district attorney's office told us the case is still open and they are reviewing possible charges.
The victim refused to prosecute right there should be
So
the
she doesn't
red
even want
flags.
a lawsuit. So she
Right.
doesn't even want to do this.
Both
You,
deputies-
honestly, you know who's raping her? You people.
So if the victim doesn't want to, it's probably the victim was like, I don't know, but she's the one that would have had. How would they have found out?
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You guys pressured this woman and said, "Did he rape you?" Because if this guy raped you, that's wrong. Nobody should ever be pressured into doing something they don't want to do. And she said, "I don't want to press charges." And they said, "Are you sure?" Because you should never be pressured into doing something you don't want to do. Are you sure you are? And after a while, what you're doing feels kind of like rape.
No, it's these people are. I don't know, man. Something there's weird. I mean, there's a difference between the guy being completely unethical and stuff and raping her. Like
this is
the
ridiculous.
fact that he was able to then take her from this car where she was quote unquote slumped over, take her to a hotel room. She was able to get out of the car. What, did he walk her in through the hotel room, like carry her? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. The fact that she doesn't want to prosecute
he doesn't necessarily have to carry her through the hotel either.
No, I know. I understand that part of it, but my point is, it seems like, I don't know, man. It just seems fishy considering she doesn't want to press charges. Because if what she wanted was money, then you would press charges. Because
of course,
if he gets convicted of rape, oh, you really are getting a payday. You know.
Well, a man at the center of a deadly TikTok prank was in court this morning in Hampton. 27-year-old Tyler Butler faces misdemeanor charges here, but faces second-degree murder charges in Fredericksburg.
That's a big escalation.
Yeah.
Authorities say he shot and killed a teen who rang his doorbell, and then the suspect ran away.
You can't shoot somebody for a fucking ring and run, like,
No.
you know.
Did you see the? Did you see? Is that what they used to call it when you were a kid?
Yeah,
A
we
ring
did
and-
call
ring and
it.
run?
Well, no, not on YouTube. Not on YouTube.
No, did you hear about the guy who shot the fucking Uber driver, or the DoorDasher?
Oh yeah,
And
I saw that.
And like, literally, like there were people literally going, "You're castle doctrine, dude," and it's like the guy was pulling into your driveway and turning around. Like you can't just mag dump into an Uber driver.
Besides, Chris Horn has
Dude,
details.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I know we're on YouTube, but she kind of that one on the right looks like it's like Dr. Zayas.
Oh, she does. Help me, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas.
The hair.
Laptops on fire.
Yeah, the hair, Pessy, sure.
Kids eating Tide Pods. No, this was something completely different based on a prank from my childhood days.
We used to call it.
I was going to say, what did you call it?
And it ended in death. And the man charged with murder was in a local court this morning. The Hampton charge.
Ironic, especially now that we know what we used to call it.
Yeah.
Charges against 27-year-old Tyler Chase Butler were set aside this morning. They included misdemeanors for violating a protective order and disseminating images of someone.
What?
Well, what does this have to do with the shooting? Hold on.
The case against him in Spotsylvania County is much more serious.
Oh, that's a different case.
Authorities say Butler shot and killed Michael Bosworth Jr. in the early morning hours of May 3rd. Bosworth and two friends were in this neighborhood in Spotsylvania.
I mean, clearly he was a rapist. He played lacrosse. And have I learned anything from the Duke thing?
100% guilty every time.
Even though the Duke people never even did anything.
Never did anything.
Two friends were in this neighborhood in Spotsylvania County taking part in the latest TikTok challenge.
Which is get shot by a black guy challenge.
The something knock challenge. Us.
It's known as the
Naughty Knock.
Ding Dong Ditch.
Yeah, Ding Dong Ditch.
Or the...
I like that one better.
That one's a little good, right? Yeah.
It's a little. It kind of brings back a little bit of the classic feel.
A little bit of the old, little bit of the new, you know?
The doorbell at Butler's
We need to
home.
bring back the
Police say
burning bag of dog poo, so we got to bring back.
Yeah, that was a classic.
He came out firing. Bosworth was shot and died at Mary Washington Hospital. He was a senior lacrosse and football player at Massaponax High School and was getting ready to graduate. He died that Saturday morning. That Saturday night was his senior prom. Butler told investigators he thought the teens were trying to break into his home. Butler remains in jail
If he was
this
running away.
afternoon. He has a hearing next week on the murder charge in Spotsylvania County. Chris Horn, 10 in your side.
Hey, can I just say something to all you people out there that own guns? He's not fucking it up for the rest of
Yeah,
us,
man,
please.
some
Some
of
of
us
us
are
actually
responsible.
like I've never fired my gun outside of a range. Can we all chill? And by the way, I live on one of those streets where turning around in my driveway is a common thing, and you just have to live with it. Like it's people are gonna turn around in your fucking driveway. Now, there's obviously a time limit. You know what I mean? There's like you give them like there's like a 15-second limit before you start going. Okay, what are you doing out there? But everyone gets the 15 seconds.
Genocide Circus, they better remember my shots. Genocide Circus, the homeowner was JBL. Genocide Circus, you should see the guy who put a gate on a trail passed onto the land. Oh my God, yeah, I played the video. The one people that keep crashing in, bicyclists that keep crashing into this guy's fence. Oh, it's hilarious. And it's fine because it's cyclists and they're terrible.
They are horrible.
I hate them.
Horrible.
The worst people.
Horrible people.
What would you rather live near around a bunch of gypsies or a bunch of cyclists?
Cyclists, though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Merch, Nightwave?
10 p.m. tonight. How about you guys be there for Nightwave?
Cool.
What?
No, I didn't know if you were done.
You fucking gonna no sell it?
No, I don't know if you were done. I thought you were gonna say because we're doing.
Why is this all fucking awkward? What are we, the fucking AEW announce team?
No more people watch us. Pessy's next.
And we actually do occasionally talk off the air.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking AEW guys. It's like watching AEW is like watching three guys who just met every week.
I know.
What if they're gypsy cyclists?
Gypsy cyclists don't exist unless they steal
Okay.
cycles. I guess I don't know. Virgie, maybe.
What?
Probably. Bye.